stream is alive. We've got Sebastian from Medusa coming on. Nice to see you, buddy.
Good to see you.
I've just got to mic you up real quick.
It's
a very manual process. How's life? How's the hack?
It's exciting.
You look great for someone coming out of the Polish weather.
Yeah, it's not the best weather. I went for my morning run and it just started pouring down.
Where? You went for the run in Poland?
Yeah.
Oh, nice. Oh, dude, you didn't give me a call. I would have run with you.
I'm sorry. We'll do it tomorrow morning.
Yeah, that's a great idea. I'm going to be in the sauna. Okay, fair enough. Look, tell me a little bit about Medusa. We were talking offline. I think it's going to be generational in the way that it's changing the landscape of e-commerce and commerce online. But like, you're going to do a better job of it than me.
Yeah, sure. So the very sort of quick story of Medusa is that we used to run an agency where we work with companies that were on Shopify and Magento.
That's
and
why you look
WooCommerce and then we kind of found that a lot of our customers, they wanted to do stuff that was not always built into those platforms. And when you then start having these custom workflows and you try and fit them into a platform that's not really built for customization, then it becomes painful and not very fun. So we started working on Medusa out of frustration from that experience. And Medusa in itself is it's an open source commerce platform. We give you core commerce logic, so everything you need to manage orders, products, calculate cart totals, and stuff like that. And then we provide a framework for customizing how these building blocks are interacting and how they're orchestrated. And that allows you to create things that are very, it's still commerce, but it's different commerce experiences than just shopping for a T-shirt or something like that. So it can be, quick commerce solutions like Uber Eats type experience. It can be B2B commerce where there's typically a lot of complex logic about who can purchase and how much are they allowed to purchase and what products can they purchase.
Okay, so like during COVID.
What's right?
So like during COVID, when we had the restrictions on like toilet paper as an example.
Yeah. So all of these like weird rules that companies have and that evolve as companies grow, we're able to fit them into the platform in a way that feels native and not hacky.
Okay. I think we just jumped straight into it. Like this ends up looking like a competitor directly with Adobe in some capacity longer term. How do you think about like how commerce evolves, and is that headless model the right model to use?
Yeah, so
as sort of sanities come into play, Shopify obviously has built-in components. Talk me through the mental model.
Yeah, so the way that I kind of think about it is that pretty much every company needs some sort of digital commerce aspect to it. So if you need to sell, you're probably doing it through some sort of digital channel. And so we kind of try and think about like how is it that we can take these core pieces and make them available to large companies that have these tricky situations, but also, we see a lot of developers who pick it up for hobby projects on the weekend.
Really?
And just kind of like, piece something together and have something up and running. So while I do think that in the larger companies we sometimes are head to head with a company like Magento or Adobe Commerce, it's pretty spread out. Like we see a lot of different use cases, and that's quite exciting.
What's your favorite use case that you've seen as someone using the platform?
I think the favorite one is really when we see a company who thought that they would never really be able to digitize their sales. Typically what they're doing today is manual emails back and forth and spreadsheets and things like that. And they have to do that because it's the sale is complex typically. So it could be an industrial piece of equipment or something like that. When they come to Medusa and they see that it's possible actually to map these rules, that makes me really excited because it kind of enables us to help expand what digital commerce is. So it's not just like buying clothes online. It can also be selling these very
complex products,
products, or have a complex sale where a negotiation is necessary, or things like that.
Why is it called Medusa?
Yeah, Medusa is kind of like the background is that Medusa was decapitated, and so there's a headless aspect to it. I don't know if we were creative enough when we came up with
I
that.
like the name. It's got a good ring to it.
Yeah, it's cool. I think we try not to in our branding be too close to the whole snakehead and all that, but yeah, it's cool.
I noticed you've got the new iPhone, you've got the Apple Watch. As commerce sort of evolves into multiple different mediums, we're going to have the Facebook Meta glasses soon as well.
Yeah.
How do you think about Medusa playing a part in that future?
So
Do
again,
you think everyone's still going to need a website?
yeah, I am in the camp of websites are here to stay. I think look, I think it comes down to there are many ways that a company will want to present themselves and present their products. And for some companies, they want to control everything and be very have their brand be very clear. And for others, it's more like they can sell anywhere that gives them distribution. And so I think the website is still like the very much the best place to have the control that you need. And then from all the other channels that are out there, it's really a question of like making sure that your platform and your core infrastructure can hook in and integrate and make it possible for sales to come through that way. And we are in the headless nature. We're very agnostic to where the order is coming from. So you just integrate with an API, and that's kind of like how you get going. And I'm really excited to see how companies start, tinkering and finding ways in which they can sell.
Is Medusa sort of built for the tinkering?
Absolutely, like that is we are a very technical team ourselves, and kind of like started from the tinkering aspect of things, and we encourage that people customize things and that they experiment, and we keep that in mind when we're building the product.
And so in an era where everything is starting to look the same, you're suggesting it can, but go and be creative with it.
Yeah, absolutely. Like, or be creative, but also, allow yourself to have opinions about how your product should be sold, and don't sort of just listen to what your platform makes possible for you, because that is why everything looks the same. It's because you're all starting from the same template. You're all using the same apps to make your returns process better or whatever, which is good, and which if that's it for you, then that is great. But it's also sometimes blinding to the fact that you can actually make your customers even happier if you actually lean into some of those ideas that you have in the shower in the morning or whatever.
Does the platform have like an inspiration section where you can sort of start from somewhere and then figure out what you want after that?
Yeah, so when you get started with Medusa, you get a full commerce platform with everything you need to get started.
Just ready to go.
Ready to go. And then from there, you can do all the tinkering. And we have a community of tens of thousands of developers who are doing plugins and starter templates and all kinds of different things. So if you want to be inspired, jump into our Discord, and you can sort of see what
How important is the developer community?
It's very important. It's they are both a very great source of feedback and inspiration for what we need to have in the product itself. But also they also contribute and give us open pull requests to the GitHub repository. And
Does it also feel like you've sort of open source part of the platform for them to go and tinker?
Yeah, like
come up with new ideas, and then you can sort of like start building those features into the platform.
Exactly. We decided to open source it because we needed to have people have the flexibility, and open sourcing it is a very easy way to make sure that if you want to build something, it's possible. And so yeah, it's a great way to kind of.
What have you built with Medusa?
Well,
Have you built a product yourself? Have you built a website yourself for something you wanted to sell?
No, so I don't have like an e-commerce site or anything like that. But some fun things is that, you know, we have the open source project, and then we have Medusa Cloud, which is our infrastructure platform. So if you have built a custom Medusa project and you want to deploy that, then you can just connect your GitHub repository to our cloud platform, and we will maintain the servers and databases and all that stuff for you. The cloud platform, and this is a good example again of like digital commerce isn't everything, but the cloud platform is built with Medusa. So
get out of
here. You're kind of, you know, at the surface it's not e-commerce, but then again you have customers, you have payments, you have orders, and we use Medusa to manage all of that. And then we have a great framework for building all of the other business logic. You know, particularly for us, there's like a lot of infrastructure that we have to orchestrate, and we have tools for doing that kind of stuff. So there's.
How big is the team currently?
The team is 18 people, and mostly engineers, and yeah, it's.
And so when you think about expansion, is it very much focused on Europe right now and across like pan-European, or is it just global from day one?
Yeah, we're all remote. So
what's that like? Because there's this culture right now of coming in person. You know, we're here at the hackathon; it's being in person.
Yeah.
For you, how do you manage the team like that?
So we started during COVID, and that kind of forced us into this model. And I think because we did it from the very beginning, we've set up great processes for how we work. And you know, sometimes you do miss the fact that the idea of having people together in the same room, but I think we make it work quite well, and yeah, we're a bit strict about time zones, so we don't want to go further west than east coast of the U.S. and yeah, that kind of makes sure that the team can interact, and then we come together twice a year typically. To meet and
those
see each other.
offsites must be quite fun.
Yeah, exactly.
Do you end up just hacking together new projects, working on ideas?
It's a bit of everything. Like it
bit of work and pleasure.
Yeah, absolutely. And you know, I think that it's important that you use those opportunities to kind of build a relationship outside of the Zoom calls and sort of the quick check-ins. So yeah, it is a bit of everything, and sometimes, you know, the people are just excited to get back to hacking, and that's also cool.
I want to ask you, obviously we're here today at AI Engine in Warsaw, Google Startup Campus. Why do you integrate Medusa into these?
Into the event, like
into these events. Why do you sponsor hackathons?
Well, it's
or become a part of them at least.
Yeah, I think. You know, I am very much a builder at heart, and I am very excited when I see Medusa helping other builders do something cool, and so it's in the core of what we want to see happen.
So what do you want to see built today? Like, what's the craziest thing? If you could think of anything, what do you want to see?
Yeah, I don't want to come in with opinions.
Oh,
about
come on, give me one.
No,
You've got an idea.
I'm very open-minded, and I want to see what people come up with. I hope that. I think that this, you know, hackathon is AI focused, right? So I think for AI and commerce, there are kind of like two aspects two roads that you can go down. There's the consumer perspective of like how can consumers now find products that were hard to find previously, or how can they buy in a different experience or something like that. That's interesting, and I'd be excited to see some of the teams in the competition here too, if they can come up with something clever and novel around that. So that's one aspect. The other aspect is like helping the companies that are selling things to be more efficient, or to automate more stuff, or to sort of run more smoothly. And I think both aspects are quite interesting. And yeah, I'm gonna see what comes out of it.
What's next for Medusa?
Oh, we have a lot of launches coming at the moment.
We're going to get you on the other version of this stream and do some announcements.
I'd be happy to do that. Yeah, we have a bit of some AI products coming. We have.
Can I ask?
Yeah.
do you feel like you have to put out an AI product today, or is it just the evolution of what the product is?
Yeah, I think so commerce is one of these weirdly complex domains. Like it seems simple to just calculate totals in a cart, but it's actually quite hard. There's a lot of moving parts.
A lot of business logic behind the scenes.
Exactly. And so we've been tinkering with AI for a very long time and playing around with what does this enable, and what we found is that the models were not quite there yet to kind of grasp the whole sort of complexity of commerce. It's getting a lot better now, and there are opportunities now that are really compelling and exciting, and we're looking forward to put those products into the world.
Oh, I can't wait.
Yeah.
Last question before we let you go. You must see the crazy launch videos and like the idea of attention being more important than anything, and attention being more important than ever before. As a CEO, as someone that's obviously building a startup that is growing globally and can be used globally, do you feel that that's important, or are you just consistently hitting your notes?
I think it is absolutely important. It's not something that we necessarily do too much of. I guess like our audience is a bit different. We focus a lot on developers, and so the way that we kind of get the word out there is build great APIs, build great products, talk about them, less than kind of like the flashy viral videos. But I think that might change in the coming couple of months.
I don't want to give too much away. Look, this has been awesome. Thanks.